So we are back for another review, guys, and for today we're going to be checking out the Kbear Inc. So this is a DLC dynamic driver and 8.8 millimeters dynamic driver as well from Kbear. And we have seen some maybe Kbears here in this channel, and actually recently I haven't seen maybe a really high product from them. But still, it's nice to see some Kbears arriving in the studio because yeah, before they were doing pretty good IEMs, especially for the price that you're paying for. But this around maybe $70 to $99 here, so depending on where you are. So a pretty good price for maybe a DLC driver, and it seems that this is kind of competing with maybe the Moondrop Arias of the world, the DLC Kings, and maybe the Starfield as well. So if it is maybe similar to that, this is going to be very interesting. Of course, some specifications: 16 ohm impedance, 102 dB in sensitivity, frequency range 20 to 20 kHz, and the cable copper with silver plated. And yeah, this is what you're getting in the box. Opening it up, this is gonna be your unboxing experience. There you go. And this kind of your typical maybe Chi-Fi box here. Nothing to write home about, but opening it up, you are getting that case, which is cool. Some tips as well organized for you, and you're getting your full leather case, and this kind of a hard soft case thing going on, which is definitely nice. Cable, you're getting your black cable here, and some cleaning cloth as well, which is definitely cool. And yeah, for Kbear, it has been a while since I was able to see a really hype product from them. There's a lot of new players now in town, so I hope that this is upping their game. But cable wise, I would say this here typical maybe 8-core cable, nothing to write home about, especially for this price point. You are getting your 2-pin connector there and a straight plug as well. So yeah, not the best cable that I've seen for this price point, and you're actually getting additional tips as well, which is definitely nice on that. And inside you're getting that velour kind of texture, and yeah, your cleaning cloth, definitely welcome. Moving to the IM itself, so yeah, this is made of metal and some plastic as well, but as you guys can see in the side, the design is pretty cool there. You're getting that maybe holographic thing going on, and your Kbear logo as well. So this reminds me of maybe some previous Kbears that I've seen. Has some similarities with the design, so they're kind of playing with their maybe house design here, getting that maybe small fins, very small there. But in terms of the shape, this is maybe your typical maybe Chi-Fi shape here, some Moondrop style, kind of like that. So this might be really good to wear for a lot of people, and you're getting your insertion as well, actually pretty deep here in the insertion, so you might be getting pretty good maybe isolation from this, but it does feel really good in the hand. I would say again, for the price point, not the best that I have seen, and not the cleanest design as well, but I do appreciate that they're still maybe sticking with their guns, with their house design here. So yeah, let's try to put this on the ear. So yeah, the unboxing experience, I would say not the best that I've seen for the $70 price point. And yeah, first impressions here, similar to maybe a Moondrop style, maybe fit to the ear. Again, it's not that big of an IM actually, and it sits quite flush to the ear, but this is your typical maybe IM shape for me. So this is what it's gonna look like. So typical IM shape for I'd say. And in terms of the fitting as well, so yeah, it does go inside the ear, but not the deepest that I've seen. So yeah, I'm corrected on that. So from what I've seen from the IM, so it's not that deep, so it's still quite comfortable to wear for me. So much like maybe some Moondrops, very Moondrop maybe type of fit, so a lot of people can just pick this up and be okay with the shape. And this is a bit smaller compared to some other Moondrops as well, so this might fit even more ears there, so that's definitely nice. So in terms of the comfort, pretty good here. It's quite breathable because it's a smaller IEM. So maybe it's in the middle of medium to small to something like that. It's not the smallest that I've seen, but Definitely this will fit most ears, and isolation is pretty good as well. So it does isolate my voice fine, but not the best isolation that I've seen. So I have encountered even better than this. And in terms of the stability as well, so maybe this a bit of a downside for me because it's a bit maybe breathable, so it's not as snug feeling. So there's a small fin here, but it doesn't really touch my ear now in this fit. So it's not the most stable to wear. So I do need to fiddle around for me to be able to get a good fit. But yeah, we're gonna try it out, and I'm gonna give you guys my impressions, see how this sounds like. So we now did some measurements in the Kbear ink, and no surprise, but it has some similarities with a KZ type of sound here. You're getting that double horns on top, really big bass at the bottom as well. So kind of like a bassy monitor sound here for me. So KZ TRN kind of vibe here that I'm getting, but of course this dynamic driver. So from the bass region, you're getting that really big rise in the bass and sub bass region here, and it goes down to around 1K. So this is a bassy V type of shape through and through, and the recession to the mids as well is around maybe 10 dB, so quite substantial, and the substantial rise as well in the bass region. And after that, it levels to around 2K. You're getting that small hump at around 1.5, but it levels at around 2K, and then it goes up to around 3K, and you're getting that peak on top here. And then you're getting that small recession to around 5K, and it rises again to 6K, and you're getting that usual maybe 10K recession there, but you are getting that 12K peak on top. So kind of like a bassy V, and there's some shine as well on top. Kind of a fun tuning here for me. And given that this full dynamic driver, you might be getting some really substantial bass. But yeah, let's try to put this on the ear. I'll put it through its spaces. We're gonna listen to some tunes, and then let's start out with some maybe Less Groove by Earth, Wind and Fire. Yeah, first impressions here, big bass, and has a lot of shine as well on top. So fun type of tuning. Has some maybe TFZ vibes to the sound, but definitely this is more has some more monitor qualities to the sound. So has some maybe KZ vibes for sure, TRN vibes. You're getting that shine of a monitor, but you're getting that big bass at the bottom. So going to the bass, let's go to some Chunky by Bruno Mars. So going to the bass, it's really big on this. Not as big as Blondes, but quite near there. And not as maybe impactful as your TFZs. But again, in that maybe ballpark. So a little bit more mellow than that, but still it's really big on this. But maybe compared to some Blondes, this has a little bit more maybe upfront nature to the sound. Has a little bit more punch in that sense. But still, again, your Blonde is gonna have your more boomy bass there. There's definitely mid bass bleed here. So this is a bassy pair and big as well. So this is not something that you would buy for vocals because of that mid bass bleed. Really big in the mix here. And yeah, so in terms of the technicalities, this is not something that you would want for some monitoring or even some maybe mixing or mastering work. So it's really big here. So I would use this more for maybe more casual listening. So the definition of the bass for me is a bit muddled on this. So your TFZs will have a bit more definition for me compared to this. It's a bit more muddled in that sense. So not something for live monitoring here, but for casual listening might be. But yeah, for me personally, this is a bit maybe too muddy of a bass for me. It's lacking a bit of definition. Going to some mids, let's try out some Bon Jovi, It's My Life. Definitely recessed in the mix. It's not the biggest in the mix as well. It's a bit maybe smaller than what I'd like in terms of the vocals. It's quite far in the mix here for the vocals. Yeah, the positioning is definitely recessed. Has a touch of micro detail there, so maybe for the DLC driver that I used, it resolves a bit of micro detail more so compared to some other maybe dynamic drivers. It has some clarity as well in the vocals because of that maybe brighter vocal presentation. You're getting that maybe 3K and to maybe 6K elevation there. So it's a brighter vocal presentation. It has some clarity. But again, because of that bass, mid bass bleed, it's not the highlight in the mix here. And yeah, for me personally as well, for the mids here, I find it to have some inconsistencies with the bass because the bass has that maybe boomy nature, but going to the vocals, it's a bit maybe thinner for my liking. So let's try out another track here. Maybe some Ariana Grande, Break Free. Yeah, so even for the female vocals, it's recessed in the mix. And yeah, the bass here definitely drowns out some mids and the vocals as well. So the bass here definitely models the vocals a bit. Yeah, for the mids, so there's some good qualities here, but because the bass is too big, it's not that highlighted for me. So yeah, the mids not that much as well for me. Didn't like it that much. Go to some Jumping In by Joe Satriani. You're getting your 12K extension here. So actually the guitars resolves pretty nicely because you're getting all out treble there on top. And going to some cymbals, the body is pretty good. And you're getting that small micro detail as well. And actually, since there's still maybe more prominent peaks compared to some other KZs, the treble here, the guitars resolves pretty nicely. So this might actually be my favorite part of the spectrum. So even if this is not, I would say the highlight of this IEM, because still the bass is kind of dominating here. In terms of the overall resolution, the treble here is gonna be my pick as my favorite in the spectrum. And actually not much harshness as well. So it's a bit more controlled. So even if you're getting your maybe KZ TRN vibes to the tuning, the treble is and also the vocals as well, it's a bit controlled, not shouty, and the treble as well, not harsh to listen to. So that might be one advantage, even if you're getting your maybe KZ type of a monitor type of tuning. It's not as harsh to listen to, so that's definitely one advantage. So yeah, for me the treble is gonna be my favorite in this IM. Going to some soundstage, let's try out some Rick Astley, I'm Never Gonna Give You Up. Stage is average, above average, not super big. And going to some separation, so this is in the smoother side of presentation, maybe a touch cleaner compared to some other dynamic drivers that I've checked, but this is still in the smoother side of things. So separation is not that black and white for me. And going to tonality, it's in the warmer side of things, so it's in the more fun side of things. Again, not something that I would use for maybe some mixing or production work or even live monitoring work. But yeah, this is more for a casual listening pair. Alright, so what are my thoughts with the Kbear? So now in 2023, where it's definitely more competitive. I believe this was released 2022, so I kind of missed this in the review. Others have already reviewed this, but here in 2023, yeah, I think it's gonna be more maybe easier to talk about this because this is a bit outdated now for me. So yeah, the bass, it's lacking a bit of definition for me, especially even for some live monitoring, it will be harder to use because for live monitoring we'd want to have maybe a clear sense of the mix. But here, yeah, the bass, yeah, it's forward, it's big, so it can be fun still for some people, especially for some bass heads. But yeah, it's lacking a bit of definition for me. Mids, vocals, is a bit too recessed for me, and also too small in the mix. Again, has some brightness there, has some clarity. Because of that, you're getting that still treble elevation. But yeah, the positioning for me is a bit recessed, maybe too recessed for me, and too small in the mix as well for both male and female vocals. Treble is okay. That's my favorite in the spectrum. So nice, resolving up to the 12K region. You're getting a lot of air frequencies, and then some micro detail to boot as well. So for some guitar tracks, this can work. But yeah, overall for me, how the whole IEM's tuned, I didn't particularly like it. So yeah, a lot of IEMs now, even cheaper than this, can have better tuning compared to this. So yeah, this is not gonna be recommended for me in the channel. So I will recommend others, like maybe some Moonsharp Arias, some even Hydus, the MS2s. So some other IEMs have some similarities in price range of this that I do like personally over what you're getting with the Kbear Inc. Because you can just check the channel. I do have a lot of IEMs, even dynamic drivers that has maybe better performance compared to this. So yeah, unfortunately not recommended for the Kbear Inc. Here in this channel. So that's my take with the KB earring. I actually have some like one more of this. I just wasn't able to review this, but yeah, if you learned something, of course, leave a like and subscribe for content like this in the future. So what are other maybe DLC dynamic drivers would you like me to check out in the $50 to $100 range? I believe I have missed a lot of those, and I would love to maybe catch up to some, even the most popular ones. But I really hope to make my top fives again. So I'm kind of targeting that. Hopefully, I can come up with a good list, and yeah, that I would love to have the best ones from the community to put in there, and I would love to review them first, of course, before doing that. So I would love to get him in the channel. So I will try my best if I see some maybe interesting ones in the comments. So do let me know on that. And again, I do have I'm making a new game, so it's Tower of Cards. It will be released in Steam and some console platforms as well, hopefully, so that I'm kind of targeting that. So if you would like to follow my game and the progression of that, there's a Facebook page you can follow below, and you can see what I'm doing with my games, my other side of things as well on that. So yeah, that's it for our review today. Of course, if you learned something, leave a like and subscribe for content like this in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next zpolt review. Bye bye.